Well, here I am at Mountain Grove. I done that part. It's the old cemetery. Church, good. And this is a new, they ran out of room. Had to come over on here on this side, so I just had to. Ralph P. Anderson, June 23rd, 1932, May 25th, 2005, and his wife, Oni. February 6, 1930, July 10th, 2020. I worked for Ralph for years. Me and him worked in a textile plant. My mother rode to work with his wife for years. They both great people. Good neighbors. Todd, John D. Todd, 1976, 1994. He got married in 1992 to Wendy F. 1976 to 1994. Dang, something must have happened there. Oh, 06. Bad sick or wreck or something. That's feels like a tragedy. I hate running into them. People die naturally. It's the thing that happens. Donna E. Aiken and Kathy S. Aiken, 1956, 1982. She was born in 1958, probably still alive. Walter A. Aiken, 1887, 1976, and Flossie C. 1892, 1975. Ain't this unusual? Martha Ann Childers, 1941, died 41. Somebody made that. Moss done eating it up. Billy E. Anderson, 1937. Billy Anderson. Aiken. Billy E. Aiken, 1937, 2004 in Louisiana. Born June 11th, 1937. I had a stroke about 3 years ago and I still bumble. Stutter sometimes. W.C. Harper. March 1852, 1939. His wife, Sarah Lee. 1860, 1939. Looper, James Looper. 1931, and Gladys Looper. 1932. My mother once goes to church with them. It seems to me like they have passed away, but I don't remember. Sometimes people go ahead and have their... Oh. Garland E. Porter, 3121. FEA, 113021. Another good people. Very fine people. They was good neighbors. She had done a history on the church. She wrote a book on church history. It's a good one. Kenneth N. Porter, 1943. Edwards, Harley S. Sr., 1903, 1989. Mary Kay, 1909, 1978. Married October the 9th, 1926. That's a nice thing to do. Put people's marriage dates on there. Furman Edwards, U.S. Navy, 1929, 1974. Yeah. More graves over here than I thought. Henry Reese, February 2nd, 1885, 1972. They lived across the road here. Reese's did. My mom still live over. Jasper Stewart, 1900, 1949. Alice Reese Stewart, 1913 and 1990. Henry, 1911 to 2004. Ellie Mae B. Reese, 1913, 1959. Marble coping, isn't it pretty? Betty Lou Reese, 1943, 1963. Nice flower. Thomas E. Reese, 1901, 1991. Delphia R., 1974. Beloved mother, Holly Mae Carthiers. April 17th, 1926, October 25th, 1991. Let's now here's another local name. It's a lot of them buried here. Sutherlands. Warren T., 1962, 1985. Mr. Warren T. I gotta hold this camera somehow or another. I don't cut it off. I accidentally do that a lot. Our baby Bruce Allen Sutherland, 1961, 1962. James B. Sutherland, 1940, 1962. Ed Lee, October 21st, 1969. First time I ever seen a death date and no birth date. That's a new one on me. McCalls. Edgar Dewey McCall, 1911, 1956. Wife of Florence Anthony. Florence McCall Burgess, 1913, 1995. Ooh-wee. I'm getting out of road here. Boyd Ellenberg, 1909, 1973. James T. Sutherland, 1926, 1996. Shirley M., October 8, 1937, March 17, 2021. Oh, back to some more Anderson. Here's Todd. We found plenty of them today. Son, Mr. and Mrs. Oscar Anderson. Born and died April 11th, 1959. Oscar Anderson, 1934. Audra T, 1939. Married October 22nd, 1955. Doing genealogy work, that comes in handy sometimes. Knowing people's when they got married. James Alvin Stone, March 22nd, 1947, November the 3rd, 2004. Marion Stone, 1910, 1957. Flora Mae Stone, 1914, 1999. Trip up and kill myself here. Shirley Jean, Mr. and Mrs. J.R. Wimpy, their daughter, 1955-57. Sybil Sue, daughter of Mrs. J.R. Wimpy, 1951, lived 2 days. James Robert Wimpy, 1921-2005. Ida Harper, 1924-2010. Yeah, I got to walk right over here and do this and all that. Pearson, Stanhope W., January the 4th, 1881, July the 1st, 1954. Katie T., December the 11th, 1887, and 1971, February the 4th. Now her name is Caroline. I can't even get it right. Her name is Caroline. She was named after her grandmother, Caroline, who also went after Kate. They called her Kate. Kate Turner. She was my great aunt. That's my great aunt and her husband. And was he a character? He trained oxen. He's the last feller I know of. He actually trained oxen for the woodworking industry around here. I tell you right now, these woods used to be full of oxen and pulling logs. Still a big hardwood forest here. 1915, 1988, Robert Nix, needs a C. 1918, son of Donnie and Lucille Collins, May the 2nd, 67, May the 2nd, 67. Linda Mae Nix, 53 to 55. Some more Anderson. Iva Eugene Anderson, 1936 to 2000. Ruth Nix Anderson, June 18, 1941. Daughter Vicki Nyan Anderson, November 21st, 1961. World's greatest parents. I hope that's true. Edward Sr., 1943, 2001, and Janice C., 1946 to 2006. I love these with pictures on them. I bet I worked with Edward Sutherland. I bet that's his daddy. Mary Ann Sutherland. 1973, 1977. So that picture looks like him. I know they're related. Baby Reese, 74 to 74. And the Gail Ramey, born and died August 18th, 1968. Buddy Evans, 1943 to 1995, 99. Catherine, April 12th, 1940. Love and memory of Annie Sutherland Ellenberg Roper, 1924 to 2002. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I think these ain't a very good line. I'm having a hop and skip and jump. Paul Edward Evans, 1915 to 1968. Maud Evans, 1911, 1972. And Larry Evans, December 3rd, 1962. James Clarence Hannah Sr., private. CLUS Army. February 11th, 29 to 2006. Shine Hannah. Now that I'm familiar with that name. I didn't know what his real name was. I know him by his nickname. And Mary R. 1930. Lester Hannah, 1915, 1979. Pauline Howard, 1912, 2003. Got my mouth full of hard candies. Whew. I have diabetes, and boy, my mouth get dry. Dwayne Allen Patterson, born and died August 20th, 1966. I can't have every time I walk on the grave, I hear my daddy, "Don't walk on that grave." Man, he couldn't stand to see somebody walk on the grave. He didn't like it one bit. Sometimes you just can't help it, especially doing something like this. I'm sure these people forgive me. Wendell Jenkins, 1935 to 2001. He was police chief in Pickens a long time. Louise Kelly, 1936, 1952 when they was married. Now, boy, there's a fancy one, brand new. Marley Jenkins, a beautiful young lady. February 19th, 1993, to March 2016. Michael E. Jenkins, May 23rd, 1964, June 19th, 2018. Donna Edwards, November 18th, 54, 2010. McAllister, Lee J., 1934 to 2012, and Catherine, April 12th, 1940. this small section, I'll try to get them all if I can. Tottenham, John C., 1948, and Jerry Ray, 1949. Now Jerry Ray, she was Anderson. I went to school with her. Married in 1968. Boise Medlin, 1933, 2004. Ray Anderson, 1926 to 2012. I knew him. Bonnie M., 1930 to 2018. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna go. You got something down here. It's way out of. They buried down here in the mud. Quit looking for arrowheads on him. Barbara Ann Gonsalves, 1981 and 1995. Sure that is Hispanic. There's a lot of them around here and working apples and peaches. Can't get a white person to do that. It's beneath their dignity, I reckon. Lloyd Leon Riddle, 1963 to 1992. Minnie Sue Arnold, 1943 to 08. William A. Arnold Jr., December 3rd, 1971, 2011. Look where I'm aiming this thing. William B. Arnold, 1940 to 2019. Yeah, that's Bill. He was something else. Bill Arnold, he character. Hickory nuts. Oh, them things good to eat, but they can't get a lot of the goodie out of them. They kin to pecans. Tastes a lot like a pecan, but works self-death getting a little meat out of one. I like to hunt artifacts, and I can't resist somewhere bare ground like this. I can't. I guess I gotta look. Never know. Found a little piece of, looked like a ball jar lid. Jennings, David L. Jennings, 1963 to 2016, married June 17th, 1995. Gail W. Nicholson, 1947. And Doris G. Nicholson, 1940 to 2016. Married March the 5th, 1966. Once me and my wife get through getting operated on, that's all we've done since March. when I was in the hospital getting gallbladder removed, I had my back. Lee J. McAllister, I think I done went by his. Yep, Catherine, 1940. Yeah, I think I got it covered, folks. Maybe we'll get into western North Carolina or Anderson County or something one of these days. Giving something new. And all these people who worked in textile plants are farmed. They wasn't poor, I guess you just say lower middle class people there. This is Ralph. Yeah. I got a story on old Ralph here. I was running roving frames in the mill where he worked, and he cleaned out the air conditioning ducts. This mill was a modern mill, and it had this modern air conditioning system. It had a great big tunnel of return air. And it's part of his job to clean those things out. I was running a roving frame one day, and a lady from the office with me, she was an end checker, they call them. Every time a frame stopped, it's her job to see why. Write it down. And one of them tunnels run right under my roving frames. All of a sudden, boom! The floor actually just lifted up an inch or two. And that lady screamed, "What in the world?" And I yelled, "Fire." And I just had seen Ralph go down in one of them tunnels, and that scared me to death. I went running to where they go down in that tunnel, and I met him coming out. I was so glad to see he was all right. I just know he was down there and got killed. But he just happened to be in that little room where they're cleaning off the filters. He wasn't down in the tunnel. He's a good feller. Got two good kids that I know of. Worked one of his daughters in the mill. Well, I guess my wife's getting tired. She had to go emergency room yesterday. Well, see y'all later.